Moms, take a moment and look how far you have come. Look how far we have come. We are almost close to the end of the month. Today we're going to learn how to celebrate our journey. We're going to learn how to appreciate our process. We're going to learn how to reflect on our journey. What went well this month? What did not go well? What were the mistakes we made? What can we learn from those mistakes? We are going to learn how to honor our growth, because it is very important for us as mothers, for us as moms, to take a moment to pause and appreciate our process and appreciate our growth and just celebrate and be grateful for where we are on our journey. So before we go ahead to do that, let's talk about some of the things that hinder us as moms from celebrating our journeys. Some of those things that prevent us from looking inward and for us to be grateful. Number one, most times we neglect our achievements. Most times we just look at our achievement and our milestones like, oh, this is not so big. It's not a big deal. Most people are achieving similar things. So are you that mother? Are you that mom that constantly puts down your achievements? Are you the one that constantly puts down your milestones, the things you have done, and you just feel like it's not a big deal? You must learn to celebrate yourself. You must learn to celebrate your journeys, because the truth is that if you don't celebrate yourself, no one will do. So you have to be the one to celebrate it. Even if it's baby step you have made, even if you were able to read a page of a book, you were able to listen to this video, yes, because this video is giving you some form of insight, you must learn to appreciate your milestone. You must learn to celebrate your process. Now, most of us focus so much on our failures. That is why we don't celebrate our process. Most of us focus on our mistakes. We could focus on what is not working. We don't focus on our wins. But today, I am here to tell you to shift your mindset and start to focus more on your wins. Focus on what is working. The truth is that so many things are working for us. So many things are working in our lives, but we just focus on the things that are not working and we talk more of the things that are not working and talk less of the things that are working. That is why it seems like, oh, everything is all bad, everything is not working. But we must learn to focus on our wins. We must learn to focus on our baby steps. Those things you are doing, you're making baby steps, you're making progress. Even if it's little, you must learn to focus on it and shift your mind away from your failures. Shift your mind away from the things that are not going, because the truth is that what we focus on as mothers, as moms, as individuals, that is what is going to grow. So if you focus on the positive will grow, because the more you focus on it, the more you learn better ways to become a better version of yourself, or better ways to do that thing. But when you focus on the negative, when you focus on what is not growing, the more the negative will grow. So learn to focus on the positive. Focus on what is working and not on your failures. Another reason why we don't celebrate ourselves as moms, because most times we don't really have the motivation to do it. And the truth is that motivation is good, but motivation cannot carry you all through. You need discipline. So most of us have this kind of low motivation. You just feel, oh, my effort is going to go unnoticed. So why do I have to make effort? Why do I need to make effort as a mother to be a better version of myself, to learn, to read, to do something better? You just feel, oh, nobody's going to notice the contributions I'm making. Nobody's going to notice what I'm doing. So why even stress myself? But the truth is that motivation is good, but we need discipline to carry us through. So what is your goal? What is your vision? What is that thing you want to achieve? The only thing that can carry you through for you to achieve that you want to achieve is discipline. And discipline is something you have to do for yourself. Discipline is something you have to learn by yourself. Discipline is something you have to imbibe by yourself. No one can force you to be disciplined. Someone can motivate you, but no one can make you to be disciplined. You can use motivation to start up a task, but you need discipline to carry you through. So we must get to this point where we celebrate our journeys. And one of the ways we can celebrate our journeys is by imbibing discipline in ourselves. Another reason why we don't celebrate our journeys, we don't celebrate our process, because of lack of support. Most of us don't have the community. We're not in the right space, the right community. When you check around you, who are the people in your circle? Who are the people in your space? Who are the people in your community? Who are the people speaking to you? Because the truth is that when you have the right set of people that appreciate you, that appreciate your contribution as a mother, you will learn to celebrate your process. But when you have people that probably they don't even appreciate, or you don't even have the right community, nobody notices, nobody appreciates and see what you do. So as a mother, you must choose your circle. You must choose the people you spend your time with, because they will go a long way to determine your growth. They will go a long way to determine if you as a mother honor your process. Another reason why we don't celebrate our process as moms, because most times we minimize our personal growth. Most times we don't take our growth seriously. You just feel, oh, it's not a big deal. I'm still a mother. Let me be raising my children. I'll pick up this thing later on. But the truth is that life is not going to wait for any one of us. Life is not going to pause. Life is not going to hold on for you to finish what you're doing and pick up yourself where you need to pick up yourself from. So you must intentionally work on your growth. And one of the ways you can work on your growth is by celebrating your process. But if you constantly put down your personal growth in the back, if you constantly put it in the back seat and just feel, oh, this thing is not so important, oh, I can do it later on, you find that over time you will not even get to that point you want to get to. So as parents, as mothers, as individuals, we must learn to celebrate our journeys. We must learn to honor our growth. We must learn to honor our process. When you complete a task, don't be the one that always look out for the fault. Rather, look out for what went well. When you complete a task that is so beautiful, don't say, oh my God, I made a mistake here. What if you change your focus and start to look at what is good? That is what we're talking about, celebrating our journey, celebrating our process, celebrating your mistakes, because the truth is that if you see that mistake, it's a call for you to change your direction, to do something better. That is why we must celebrate everything. And the truth is that God honors our step of faith and perseverance. What is that thing you want to do? God is going to honor your step of faith and your perseverance. So go into it and celebrate your process. Every effort we put in as mothers, whether it's big, whether it's small, contributes to you thriving. Every effort you put in your life contributes to you thriving. So you must go ahead to put in that effort, including appreciating and celebrating your process. So we're going to learn in practical ways, how can we begin to celebrate our process? How can we get to this point where we don't have to wait for someone to do it for us? How can we get comfortable with celebrating our process on the go? Number one, list 10 wins you have had this month. I know it might sound like, okay, 10 wins, but the truth is that we have wins. What are the wins you've had personally in your life? What are the spiritual wins you have had as a person? What are the emotional wins you have had? What are the wins you've had physically? Just list it down. The truth is that when you sit down to reflect, you'll be able to realize that you've made a lot of wins, you've made a lot of progress, you made a lot of efforts. But the truth is that most times we don't take our time to reflect on those things. Have you been good with your emotion? It's a win. Have you been good with your relationship with God? It's a win. Have you been good with you managing your diet, with you taking care of your body? It's a win. Have you been good with everything about you, or your mental state, the people in your circle? It's a win. List it down and begin to be grateful for it. It's one way you can celebrate your process today. Then the other thing we need to do to celebrate our journeys is to reflect on the challenges we've been able to overcome. So what are those obstacles? What are those things that have strengthened your confidence? Those obstacles you encountered that strengthened your confidence, list it down. Those challenges you went through, those things you went through and you felt like, oh my God, this is the end, this is all. And you were able to go through them and you came out of them better. List them and be grateful and celebrate your process. Don't list them because you want to criticize yourself. Don't list them because you want to condemn yourself or want to ask yourself, these are the things that are not working. But list them with the mindset of you becoming better. List them with the mindset of you appreciating yourself the more. Then the other thing we can do to celebrate our journeys is to celebrate out loud. Share your victories with your friends, with your family, with people around you. Share your victories. Don't be the one to always share the bad. Don't always share what is not working. Don't always share, oh, this is not working, I made a mistake. No. Today, learn to celebrate your victories. The same way you speak out loud when you make a mistake or when things are not working, that is the same way you should shout out loud when things are working. That is what we're expected to do. Then the other way we can celebrate our journeys is to journal the lessons we have learned. What are the lessons you have learned this month? What are the lessons you've learned over the month, over the years? What are the lessons you've learned for you, while you're growing in this process of your growth? What are the lessons you've learned? Journal it, get a pen and write it down. There's something that writing does. It connects the brain. It's something it does for you. So write it down. Write down the lessons you have learned so that next time you'll be able to make a better choice or a better decision. That is one way you can celebrate your process. Then the last thing we can do to celebrate our process is to set the intentions for next month. What are your goals? What are your vision for next month, for next year? What are your goals? Write it down, because the truth is that you need to plan. The Bible says, write it down, make it clear, so that he that sees the vision will be able to run with it. Is your vision clear? Is your plan clear? Is it written down so you also can run with it? So set your plans, your vision, your goals for next month, for next year, and begin to work on it. So we must learn to celebrate our growth as mothers, as individuals. Every step you make, you must celebrate it. Every victory you make, you must celebrate it. Every lesson you've learned, even in the process, you must celebrate it. When you do that, you do something great for yourself, and you give yourself the motivation and the discipline to continue. So write down one thing you're going to celebrate about yourself today. You're listening to this video, it's worth celebrating. You're doing something different. You're making a better choice. You're making a better decision to be a better version of yourself. It is worth celebrating. So choose today what you're going to celebrate about yourself. I believe this video has been so helpful to you. Please like this video. Please share this video. Please follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Instagram and Facebook at The Confident Mom Academy. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Confident Mom Academy, where you're going to get lots and lots of videos that can help you on your journey as a mom. Remember to celebrate yourself today. And I love this beautiful quote that I would like to end with. Celebrate what you want to see more of. That is by Tom Peters. The thing you want to see more of,